everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Capri Spilling the Tea Lifestyle Tips. And today we are going to be talking about gatekeeping, knowledge, and we're going to flip this thing back to when I was with Naca. So if you want to hear anything about those three and more, continue watching. So if you guys have been rocking with me for a while, you know that 3.5, about 4 years ago, or even 5, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to say 2016, I moved back home and I wanted to purchase a home. So I heard about Naca through my mother's friend. She went through Naca and got a beautiful, beautiful home. So she told me about Naca. Of course, she didn't tell me all the twists and turns because, she just got her house and everything. And I didn't want to bother her too much about it. I heard that they was giving a seminar because you have to go to like a webinar seminar or whatever before you even apply for Naca. So I went to that October of 2016. So I sat down and they was telling us basically everything that they go through in NACA, like not so much like the details, but just like the overall good parts of NACA. So at the time I was working and I was like, cool, I'm working a 9 to 5. I'm gonna let my money roll into one bank. My husband gonna let that money, we're just gonna let it sit in that one account. They can see money coming in. So we good. We just gotta get our credit up to about a 620. So I think it was around November, December. I don't really know, but I finally got with an agent of NACA and we sat down to see, like they looked at our paperwork. They got to gather information, look at our credit, all that good stuff like that. Everything was going smoothly until about, is it 2017? My agent got into it with another agent and decided to leave. So when she told me that she was deciding to leave, she told me it was okay because she was going to stick me with another agent that was really good, knew what he was doing, all the glitz and glams. And I was like, cool, but I really don't want you to leave because me and you done have this relationship and I just feel like you can get me on my way. And at this point, when she was about to leave, we were already good to the point where we were about to go look for houses. So we moved on to the next step. Of course, we're happy because we're done with the paperwork. Now it's time to actually do the fun stuff. And that's going shopping for houses. So when she left and we went in for our next meeting, we walked through the door and it wasn't the person she said she was going to stick us with. It was another woman. Y'all, I said, you know what? Don't be upset. Don't be mad. This could be a blessing in this, or this could be a curse. I don't know yet. Let me sit down. Let me give this lady a chance. So I sat down with the lady, and I already got a bad vibe when she started going through our paperwork. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, why are you even going through the paperwork? It makes no sense for you to go through the paperwork because we already did this part. We're at the part where we're looking for houses. So she's going through the paperwork, putting stuff to the side, writing on stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm about to blow my because she's telling me I need this, I need that. But the last lady I was with, she didn't say all that. She said, oh, you're at the step where you're about to go look for houses. So when the lady, she actually gave me the paperwork. And she was like, this is all the stuff that you're going to need, that you're going to need to bring back. I looked at her and I said my piece, as in, no, it's time for me to move on and look for houses. That's what the last lady told me. Like, what's going on? She was like, oh no, because he needs this, you need this. You're not supposed to take this much out of your account, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean I'm not supposed to be taking this much out of my account? Like, I still have to live. I don't understand. This account right here has, at the time, I think we had like 18 to 20,000 And I was like, this account is my shopping account, so whatever goes in here, that shouldn't matter because I still got to live. Oh no, with Naca, we have to see if you're able to pay your mortgage on time, if you're able to pay your bills, because if you're taking this much out, then that means that you'll take this much out when you're paying your bills or when you're in your home or whatever. And we set people in houses, and we don't want you to, you know, for your house to go up in foreclosure, like all this stuff like that. So I was sitting here telling her, do you really think that I'm going to take shopping over paying my mortgage? Do you think that we're going to do that? No, we're ready to be in a house. We're ready to be away from apartments and people stumping over our heads. We're going to do what we got to do to keep our home. Like, I don't understand. So long story short, she continued on, and I just knew it wasn't going anywhere. It was just going to be fussing back and forth. So I got to the point where I just stopped talking. Y'all already know, when a person stops talking, either two things are going to happen. Destruction or destruction. That's all I can say. Destruction or frustration, but it was both for me. So I was like, you know what? In my mind, everything was going so slow. Everything was going so slow. But I heard a voice that says, Capri, leave. Just leave. Leave all that stuff there. Let them have that and just leave. Now, I'm going to cut it there, and I'm going to say, this is what I'm talking about with gatekeeping. When I went to that seminar, they didn't say anything about half the things that she was saying in that office. They were saying all the good things. Oh, yes, we're going to get you into that house. Your house is going to be newly built. We have a new subdivision. You're going to be able to pick out your light fixtures and your sinks and your appliances. Are you ready? Are you ready to get into your home? Are you ready to be a homeowner? I mean, they had people in there pumped. Are you ready to go to the next level? I mean, pumped. They even served a little food, a little drink. I mean, they had us pumped, right? But then when you sit down with your agent, it's not what they said in the seminar. It's like now we getting into the detail of what you really need. I'm going to say we started out with about 30, maybe 25 people in that seminar. After the seminar, I didn't even see half those people. Like after the first, I think it was only like 5 people that actually came to the meetings afterwards. And that was it, because somebody else must be told them about Naca and was like, girl, you better off just doing it yourself, because out of those 30 or 25 people, I only saw 5 people that was like in my seminar, like in my class, right? Now, I'm going to say this as a disclosure. This is my experience with Naca. This is nobody else's experience, because I have been getting comments on my other Naca videos, like, I guess from people who went through Naca or people who works for Naca, like, this not how it works and da-da-da-da-da. This is my experience, what I went through in 2016, 2017. So please be nice, be kind, because I talk back. But anyway, so yeah, so we only had like 5 people. So I'm that type of person. I'm like, look, I'm going to see for myself before anybody else tell me, like, it's cool. My mom friend told me Naca was good to her. And like, I saw with my own 2 eyes that she went through Naca, she got through Naca, and she got a beautiful home. Like, I actually saw it. So it doesn't matter what anybody else tells you. You still have to go for your experience. Like, what's for her was for her, what's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. So just because I'm making this video means nothing. I made like 2, 3 other several videos, right? Showing my experience of Naca. Anyways, so I went there, just like I said, and that's what happened when I went to my second agent. So everything was going so slow, and it was just like, leave everything on the table, get up and just go. I wanted to run out of there, y'all. I felt like I could not breathe. I was just looking at my husband like, let's go. You know how you give that eye like, it's time to go? That's what it was. It was like one of them church eyes, like, it's time to go. So I got up. My husband looked at me. I looked at him. It's time to go. So we left. Well, actually, before we left, the lady was like, you have to take all this paperwork and bring it back to me. And let me go ahead and schedule you in next time for you to come. I see that in a month from now, that should give you enough time to get all your paperwork together. Y'all, she wanted me to get bank statements. She wanted me to go all the way back and get bank statements. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, I've been through the paperwork. I'm not doing this. So I told her, you know what? You can have all that information. You can shred it. I don't care what you do with it. But we will no longer be needing Naca services. I thank you. I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your patience. And I was like, out the door. And she just looked at me like this shit really just, yeah, I really just, goodbye. Because I don't want to hear this anymore. I have waited for months to get in here, to get an agent, to find out that my agent is beefing with another agent and she's moving, and then to tell me that I'm going to get another agent that knows what he or she is doing, and then I get with this agent and this agent is telling me something I don't want to hear. Yeah. Peace. I'm out of here. So once we left, I got in the car. Of course, I vented. And my husband, he just shaking his head because, of course, I'm the one who said I wanted to go through Naca and all this stuff like that. It'll make it easier. Percentage rate was going to be low. All this stuff like that. And mind you, I'm going to tell you something. My husband is not a business person when it comes down to, like, bank information and stuff like that. He just know, like, the regular stuff. Me, I go deep, like, percentage rate, how much is going to come out, how much is going to come out, all that. I do that. So we're in the car. He's listening to me vent. I'm going on and on and on like, oh my goodness, I'm going to tell my mom about this, and this. But once I got out the car, because my husband and I went out to eat that day, I said, you know what? Ain't even no need for me to vent no more. Because if I want a home, if I want my forever home, I'm going to have to do it myself, because a lot of people gatekeep information. But if you continue to read and YouTube and all this stuff, and just kind of like ask around, you will know, you will get information. You will know the information. You will get information. Like if you pick here, pick there, put it all together. Because we all got, well, I ain't going to say we all got common sense, but hopefully we all got the common sense that the good Lord gave us. And you'll kind of understand, like, you know what? I have an aha moment. Like, all we have to do is get our credit up, get good with these banks. They're going to lend us the money to purchase a home. That's all we have to do. So at the time, my credit was around 6 something. No. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was not. It was around like 5. And I think my husband one was like around 4 or 5, something like that. So I was like, we just got to get our credit up. So I started researching credit cards that will give you, that will like, that will update to the credit bureau like this. You know, you get those little credit cards where they give you $500 and then you spend like $150 and it updates every month. Then they give you more money, like little secured credit cards. There you go. I started getting secured credit cards for me and my husband, for we can get our credit like up like super fast, right? I started looking at YouTubers that say how to get your credit up really fast, like all type of stuff. So I started getting credit cards. I started getting loans, all that stuff, because at the end of the day, if you're working and you're getting decent money, you can do it, because as long as you pay them back, you can do it. So I got a credit card. My husband got a credit card. Turned around, I got a loan, all that, right? Credit started shooting up. Then I got a credit card with Navy Federal. And you know, if you get a credit card with Navy Federal, it's like, oh, you own. Because, you know, we act like Navy Federal is the gate to heaven. And credit just went up. And then finally, I got with not a realtor. I got with a mortgage guy. But in 2017. February 2017, I got with, and I don't know, I got him from the bank I was going to. At the time, I was going to South Carolina Federal. And she told me that was her mortgage guy, and her Yeah, her mortgage guy. So I got with him, but he wasn't doing me any justice because he wasn't giving me answers. Once again, gatekeeping. He was not giving me any answers because he was always out of the office. So his assistant was always answering the phone, and she was like, well, I know things that he knows, so I'll let you know. Whatever questions that you have, you can, I'll answer it. You can ask me and I'll answer it. Ma'am, Miss Ma'am, I don't know if this is your job or not, but I want to ask him because he's the mortgage guy. So I dealt with that for about 2 months. Because at this point, my husband, like, I'm going to leave it all on you. You just let me know what I have to give to you, and that was this. That was that. So I dealt with them for about 2.5 months, and then finally, she gave me my realtor. And my realtor was very, very down to earth. And finally, my realtor called. And my realtor, she was like, are you ready to look for houses? No, she didn't say that. She said, I'm waiting on the guy to send me over the go ahead to see if you're able to look for houses. But I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Whoop-de-Whoop-de-Woo. I'll be your realtor. So I was like, okay, I haven't heard from him. Like, I haven't heard from him. I'm always talking to his assistant. So she goes and she's like, can I be honest with you? And I'm like, yes, that's all I'm looking for is honesty. I'm tired of the gatekeeping. All I'm looking for is honesty. What's up? Talk to me. And she was like, I don't really deal with him. And I'm like, what? Let me find out that I have another agent that's beefing with another agent. Like, why am I getting these folks that don't align? Like, what's going on in the real estate world where this one don't deal with this one? Like, what's going on? So she was like, I don't really deal with him because he only speaks to people that got money. And I was like, what do you mean he only speaks to people that got money? Like, I got money because I'm going to buy a house. So he should be speaking to me. He's going to get paid for this. And she was like, no, you got to have like Bill Gates money, doctor money, Elon Musk money, presidential money. And I'm like, okay. The person who referred me to him works at a bank and she has a house. She ain't got no doctor money. What is going on? But once again, I try not to get too upset because what's for me is for me. Okay, cool. So she was like, let me refer you to the realtor that I actually deal with. Cool. Here we go again. Moving around. That's cool. So she introduced me to the mortgage guy that she deal with, because I'm sorry, she's the realtor. So she introduced me to the mortgage guy that she deal with, which is my mortgage guy. And I will say his name. His name is Tom Slander. He is the GOAT. The GOAT of mortgages. You guys, I did not meet this man until we sat down at the table. He did everything over the phone because he was like 45 minutes away from me. And he was like, I really don't have to see you. As long as you submit all your information, give me your bank stuff, I don't have to see you. This man, I've been dealing with this man. I got my house in 3 months, y'all. Our credit got up because, of course, I was doing the credit card thing and the loans. Our credit went up because all you got to have is like a 620 to get a home. Our credit shot up. We had over 20 stacks in the bank. This man said, yeah, you ready. Let me go ahead and do your paper. And Sharik can go ahead. That's my realtor name. Sharik can go ahead and y'all can go start looking for a home. Y'all, when I tell you, I was so happy. I was just like, I went through all that to get to this. So I say that to say this. If you feel like someone is gatekeeping you, don't stay in that, because it's S-H-I-T. Don't stay there. Get out of there as fast as you can and go somewhere else. Read up on something else. And there is going to be a part 2 to this video because it's going to go hand in hand because I'm running over. But do not stay where someone is gatekeeping information. I'm sorry to say that the Naca that I dealt with, gatekeeping information. The second mortgage people that I was with, I wouldn't say there was gatekeeping information, but I wasn't getting through to my mortgage guy. It was just a bunch of stuff that I did not have to go through. But there's a lesson taught is a lesson learned. And I wanted to let you guys know this. If you're looking for a house or if you're purchasing a car, because I got information about that too, a story about that too. But just don't stay where people are gatekeeping information from you. So I'm gonna leave it there, and I hope you guys got something out of this video. I'm gonna do more sit downs. I tried doing vlogging, but I don't think I'm here to do vlogging. I think I'm here to actually give out knowledge and give out information, because just like I said, people be gatekeeping information, and I'm not that type of person to do that. So also, if you are into astrology, check out my other channel, Pisces Moon Goddess. I do have a podcast now with Pisces Moon Goddess. So if you're into astrology, or if you're just into spilling the tea on positive things, please like and subscribe to both of my channels. And other than that, I love you guys. Please stay safe in these streets and be blessed. And as always, keep spilling the tea. Bye.